So after grinding a few hundred more kills in my fox grind on the island, I didn't see quite a lot of the big foxes appear that I thought I would. So I went back on the mainland and tried to figure out if I had something big hiding on the mainland. And of course, in a super duper far down south zone that I don't check very often, there was actually even a new zone, I found this. I am pretty sure there was another female somewhere, so we have a solo female and we have a legendary 9 red fox. And obviously this one is gonna need to go because we want to have as many as the big of the big fox. Oh, I just need to make sure he's not gonna be running away before we take the shot. As many of the big foxes as possible on the island. So with this guy being over here, it has obviously hurt our herd management big time on the island. So now we're gonna try to take this guy down. If I can find his, let's just fiance, let's call it that. I will take her down as well, just to see. I actually take both of them down. I'm actively trying to do a little bit more aggressive herd management than I have been doing before, simply because I would much rather, instead of having the foxes run around in a limbo and I'm not sure what's even on the map, I kinda would like to at some point, you know, map down all of my zones on the mainland, just so I pretty much know exactly what we have where, and then try to make them as small as possible. In theory, that should give us the best opportunities of getting bigger spawns on the island. And getting rid of a 9 that is not in where we would usually be shooting is obviously big. You could have left him and just shot him, and then had the female be alive as well. I'm not sure I got the right female. I did get one of the females as well, but as said, then he would be stuck in some kind of purgatory and he wouldn't actually respawn again. I've been doing a little bit of testing back and forth with this theory of not having your male foxes respawn, and it seemed to me that I ended up skewing the map little too much, and my spawns started to be a little more inconsistent. And all of a sudden, I even tried a experiment where I let every single male fox I saw on the island, I shot, and then I'd have new respawns in pairs come in and I would shoot that as well. I ended up with literally having 23. I just dropped something, goddamn. Well, it's a one-take thing anyways. 23 or 24 female foxes on the island itself. And obviously, as you could probably imagine, that didn't do anything good for me spawning anything. So when I decided to shoot all of those down, it actually completely killed my island. I ended up with 2 pairs and 2 solos on the island, compared to they're very, I want to say that it's a pretty healthy. I have somewhere between 6 and 8 fox. Oh, it was let me just make sure that this one is, yeah, we got the wrong one. We need to get back here and shoot the female eventually, just so we can have a spawn. This one has been a part of a pair earlier as well. I have shot a male down here, so it, all in all, for our sake of the herd management, it is a good thing to get rid of him. Obviously, don't want to see big foxes on the island. I try to shoot anything that's 5 and up, just to make sure that I have some kind of indication of what we're doing. So over there we have, you know, oh, is that another solo? It almost has to be, I believe, because that one there does seem to be a pair. Then that one there should be a solo, but I don't know if it's a regular solo or if it's a solo of a previous pair where I've shot something down. So I could leave her for now, and I could also just take the chance and see if we kill her and we maybe get a new spawn of something. Whatever I kill on the mainland, I believe for the most part is gonna spawn somewhere around here if I kill them down in this area, over here if I kill them in this area, or over here if I kill them in this area. This is just me completely thinking out of the box because of how home ranges work. Because we know pretty much everything we kill over in this area is gonna basically reappear on the island again. So by that, hopefully we can end up having a very healthy small fox population down here on the mainland eventually. I am gonna take her down. I wouldn't recommend this unless you really want to commit for quite a while to try and shoot down your foxes and actually herd manage, you can do the quick version. As I said, just shoot the big male out of the pair, or you could even try to do it the other way around. If you have a small male in a pair, shoot the female out, and then essentially I guess it's gonna even out, but I am not 100% sure. I've never worked with those kind of mechanics before, so I'm just gonna do it the more old-fashioned way and try to get all of them respawn as smaller ones. Then we're gonna go back and shoot some of the stuff over on the island again. And I know that this is probably not as an informative video as you guys would have liked it to be, but I'm trying to bring you guys along with me on my ride of trying to get this great fox and what my thought pattern is behind the things that I do. So, I mean, yes, I probably should have just shut down the female in that. Was it? I think it was a 5 female and a 3 male. Obviously, the male, we want to keep him around. He is going to be doing good job for our herd management on the mainland areas. So, but taking out the female, as I said, I'm not 100% sure what it would have done. If any of you guys are smarter than me, which, let's face it, a lot of you are, especially reading the comments, then maybe you could somewhat educate me a little more. But as of right now, I just don't know what's going on, and by basically shooting down all my females, I'm not really touching anything on the island while I'm doing this, other than that I'll do a rotation where I'm gonna go and shoot my 7 and down on the island. I've got a single mythical so far that's just gonna be chilling over there while I'm doing this. Is it an experiment? I don't know. I don't think so. And then hopefully, eventually, I'm gonna be able to say, well, we have this many fox on the island, we have this many fox on the mainland, and we have this many fox in total. I'm not sure what the numbers are, but I've heard people throw numbers out that we have less than 100 foxes on the map, right? So it shouldn't be too hard to open up, you know, the good old potential Photoshop and dot some things around and see where we end up. But yeah, we got. This was legendary number, let me just count. I think that should be legendary number 9 of our grind. And yeah, we've had 2 trolls. What was that? Something was barking to my right as well. I mean, it's a pretty good all around turnout whenever we've said that we've shot a little less than 500 foxes. My issue was just that I completely stopped getting the high level animals over on the island. I didn't see anything higher than a 7 for a long time, so decided it was probably time to go and do a little bit of cleanup. This is another solo female. I think she has also been a part of a herd at some point, but I don't want to just go around and shoot all of them down immediately, but it's going to be a gradual process. So now that we're taking away the 9, we're going to do a rotation on the island. We could actually do that now and see if we get anything decent out of that. It doesn't take that long. We're not going to shoot too much, unless I said they're small. And all of this is stuff that I do live over on my stream on Twitch and Kick as well. If you want to try to get these ideas and stuff we're doing, yeah, little more profanity over there than in the videos for the most part. But if you want to come along for the ride, there is a link for it in the description below. But now we're just going to take a quick tour around here where we're going to see what is on the island. And obviously with us shooting the female, hopefully as we picked her up, the single female, she's going to stay in that home range. But the male, also, it's going to stay in the home range. Like, hopefully he is going to respawn in that area. But he is hopefully going to be a lot smaller. And with us shooting down a few fox over here, that eventually should give those, let's say, levels of the foxes that are now in the purgatory before they get put on a respawn. They should be up for not grabs, because it's probably not going to be a 9 that comes back, but there is a pretty good chance it's going to be a bigger fox, like, you know, a 7, maybe 8, if we're lucky, 9. And all of this, as a lot of you... Oh! See, this is what we want to see, another mythical. So now I have 2 mythicals on this island. And the more of these we get over here and we leave, the better chances we have of getting smaller respawns over on the mainland. So I know this is going to be a long and confusing video for many of you who don't give a damn about any of this, right? But for those of you who are and don't understand herd management, because it took me a god dang while to try and figure it out as well. And I have really smart friends when it comes to this stuff. I mean, is it, you know, herd management for dummies? This is almost right. And then we have a 7. Okay. And these are, I don't think these are respawns that has anything directly correlated with the 9 that we just shot. We could leave this guy, the 7. He is 11 to 13 in the range of trophy, and he is the big weight estimate. I think we should leave him for now while we work a little more on the mainland. But that is also 3 pairs that we now have accounted for over here, and 2 of them is containing mythicals, so that's really big. Another, oh, that looks to be, no, oh, another 7. But this, you can see here, the 7 that we were just looking at before had a weight estimate of 12 to 15 and a trophy score of 11 to 13, I think. So this one is the small 7, and under normal circumstances I would probably shoot him down. I mean, he's bigger than an average fox, but he's not big, so we're actually gonna take him out. I think the smart people would have probably just let him be for now. Oh damn, I completely missed that. And obviously we want to take the female down as well, because we do want to have the respawns. I really need to go and shoot that other female we have on the mainland though, the ones in the zone. And this way, I hope to be able to balance things out. As said, some people are simply just shooting the big male or the big female in the pairs. But as... oh my god, we have 3 mythicals over here now. Let's go. So we cooking. I forgot about that one, because that's not even a new zone. So you could probably do that as well, but be selective with it. Don't just shoot down the males, because I really have a feeling that if you shoot down too many males, you're just gonna skew the population, and the respawns, they seem to get really iffy for me when I did that. So just a little word of advice when it comes to that stuff. And yeah, I mean, we have now got 4 pairs on the island that we're gonna keep alive, I think. Where did you go? Oh, there. Oh, need to do... I forgot to do my counting of my foxes. So that guy down there, we spotted. We do not need to kill. So we'll just jump down here. This is going to spook the guy that we just spotted. But it doesn't matter, because we need to spot further down the beach anyways. So you see now they're fleeing. And yoink. Move. But it doesn't matter, because we're going to be spotting down here just to see. Don't think we have anything. Just take a few steps further out to make sure that we don't have any hiding behind this little hill. Doesn't look like it. I have a few times missed it up from the tripod. Normally they will be out by the water, but at times they actually go in and drink from a little further in the beach, and then I can't actually spot them from that tripod. That's also why I have this one down here, just to make sure that I am not missing out on foxes. It's pretty important for me to know what I have on the island, simply because I would hate to have a small boy just running around somewhere that I didn't even know about. 6. He is gonna have to go down. We just need to see if he's a part of a pair, or if he actually appears to be a solo. Interesting. At times we do have like completely submerged foxes as well, so just make sure to keep an eye when you do take a shot at something, that something could actually come out of the water as well. But I do believe this is just a single solo. Take him out. And should we have stuff bouncing back and forth between the island and the mainland now, it's not gonna hurt us too much. We can move them around later. There is ways, like if we were to have a female change for this male in a solo, we can go and change it back eventually, simply just by doing as you would if you're trying to make your 4-leg method on Silver Ridge work with bears. Like shoot one, if it's a pair you want to get on the island, shoot one, pick it up, then go shoot your island fox. Leave it on the ground. Don't pick it up. Just leave it on the ground. This should be the female that you're hopefully wanting to try and get rid of. And that's another one of the smaller ones, so we're going to take that out. Leave it on the ground. Go and shoot a big fox on the mainland, or a male fox. Preferably a big fox, but definitely a male fox. And then leave that on the ground as well. Exit to main menu. It's gonna act like you picked up those at the same time, and sometimes they then swap. It might not work the first time, but after a few tries, I guarantee you're gonna have a pair on the island instead of the single female. And as I said, you can do it with a solo male as well. I have seen a tendency that my solos bounce around a little more than my pairs does. My pairs seems to be sticking to the island very consistent, whereas the solos, they'll be there one run and then they won't be there for a while or at all again. So, and after we pick up these two up here, we're gonna go, we should actually just do that. I'm gonna go back and pick these up in a bit, and then let's just go up here and pick up this last zone. This is just to not make this like completely insanely long video, even longer than it needs to be, because it's just me rambling at this point. Now I'll spot the last little spot. I don't think we have anything here. We haven't had a bit here for a while, and nope, we are clear. But if we're really lucky, this tent that we ended up placing down there would now have the female back in the zone. I'm not 100% sure. We haven't done any main menuing or anything to reset her state of mind, and it is just by the end of drink time as well, but it is quite a while since we were down here, so let's just quickly get out and see if we can spot her, because I do want her dead so I can have a respawn of that pair. Oh, we already have a respawn of the from the legendary, it seems, and that's another 5, so it's another mid fox. My only issue right now is that I'm pretty sure that one will be the solo. Either we take a gamble now and shoot her and hope that this is 2 different solos. It doesn't really matter because he does have to die. He's a 5. He should be lower than a 5. So let's actually just yoink, yoink. If my shooting wasn't complete BS. The thing that's important for me now is to go and see if she was a part of that pair or if she was a solo. If she was a part of the pair, then the chances are I still have a fox down here that was a part of the pair with a legendary that I then need to go and shoot for having respawns off of that, and this would be a complete fresh pair. The only way that I 100% can see that would actually be just picking up the zones, and we're gonna do that before we pick them up. And this is actually a place where I might be messing up a little bit, because I'm not 100% sure if the female from earlier's zone is still gonna be here, and that's gonna say 2 whenever we pick that up. We had the legendary in that zone as well, but let's just see. So we have one there, and that was a female. We're gonna pick this up. That's going to be the male, but that is not this male. So what exactly is going on now? I'm not 100% sure. And I don't even have actual zones here to check it. But that does probably mean that this was a new pair, and I still have my old fox somewhere here. That would be, yeah, very old. So this is probably... Oh, well, I don't even need to worry about that anymore because I just blew out the zone. Ah, dang. Well, that's rookie mistake. Oh, I've been so used to shooting from tripods, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, you also need, obviously, to be paying attention to that. So now I need to spend some time and go and find wherever these guys went, and that's obviously gonna hurt my progress a little bit because I have now got no idea where my solo female from down here went. I can go back and look at the footage just to make sure that I know what level she was, so if I all of a sudden have a single zone pop up somewhere, then I shouldn't be in too bad of a shape. to be okay, this is a new level 4 female solo. It's in this area. There's a good chance it's the one from the legendary. So you can see, even with 4,500 hours of game time, I still do rookie mistakes at times. I hope this little insight in what I'm doing and why I'm doing it kind of gave you an little breakdown of how my thoughts and what you shouldn't do of doing the fox grind. And I am not 100% sure that this is going to give me any increased chances of getting a grade 1. I still believe that a grade 1 spawn is complete 100% RNG, but there is a lot of the other creators and other people in the community that says it does impact your chances of spawning grade 1s. As said, I don't believe it, but I do like to up my chances of getting diamonds and such. When we're on such a small map with so few animals, it seems weird to me if I wouldn't be doing little hardcore herd management, because, you know, whenever we're streaming, it's always nice to be able to show off a diamond or show off maybe a huge rare. Who knows, maybe we can get a super rare fox ride. But as said, don't know if it has a direct impact on the grade 1 grind. Maybe it would be better to just constantly rotate on my island and just do that instead of considering going and doing this herd management, because it's a lot of time invested. Why are you not going? Go. In something that might not even have an impact on what my final goal is in terms of getting the grade 1. But it's something to do. It's something to take your Hunter Call of the Wild to the next level. And quite frankly, it's a big part of the game that I really enjoy, and I've gotten to enjoy a lot more, because it's giving me something to pay attention to instead of just the mindless grinding over and over and over that I've done for so many animals. I mean, when we did the moose, the fallow and all that, I didn't herd manage for the first grade 1 of the fallow. I didn't at moose at all, and it was just literally as soon as I saw a male, I was shooting it. That ended up getting me grade 1s by the end, some faster than others, but it's just something to do and try to keep you engaged with your gameplay. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and yeah, I hope you don't blow out your zones like I just did.